just a good old boy.
So, today's video, well, let me back up. All right, I've got a mess here. I done started last night that I didn't video. So let me back up here. I don't think any of y'all have seen the bed on the truck yet, which you can't really see it too good in here, but this is the bed. It's a heavy duty, thick bed, about like the one on the dump truck. It originally had come up and went out and had a big basket over the top of this cab, or the top of the truck cab is the way this bed was made, and then it had huge angle arms that come down to here. I think from here to here that reinforced that, and I think it had sides on it too. It was not a dump bed, but it's built a lot like a dump bed. But this is the bed. It's a real heavy bed. It's got railing all the way down each side and on the back, which will be good for straps. It had a heavy duty rear hitch already built on it. We bought this bed for $450. Got it. We welded 2 hooks up here like the dump truck to tie straps on, and it had already the cutout. It ain't new, but y'all, for putting hay out, this is perfect. I didn't want a new bed. It's the thick steel on top, which is great for hauling hay with. It's not that old thin stuff like on that trucks on the red bed we have. It's a little thinner steel. This is pretty thick, heavy steel, and everything and whatnot. And we had these put in. We put these on. The guy that did it put these on. He painted the bed. I didn't end up having time to paint it, and he said, well, I can spray it right quick, won't be that big of a deal. So we just let him paint it versus me. He did a pretty good job. We put, I think these are 3x3 square tubing right here. I can't remember the thickness of it when we got it, and we run them across. It was used steel too. That was not new steel. We got used steel from Scrap Iron Place for just about all this whole project, and it saved us a lot of money. I think we got probably $1,000 in the bed, which if you buy a new bed now, I mean, you're looking at, God, probably $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on a bed, especially one that's heavy as this one is. Mounted a ball, got a foot plate on the ball right there. That's extra thick steel. They went ahead and put a little bit heavier steel right where the foot plate is to help reinforce it, because we're going to be hauling a lot of stuff on top of the bed. Now, what have I got going on here? All right, these are not sponsored by Auxbeam, okay? But I do like Auxbeam's products, and I will still stand behind that. I did all those videos for them. I worked together with them, but their products are really good. I purchased all this stuff. This is the LED light bar. Y'all may remember that I put on the C70 dump truck a while back. I really, really, really like that light bar. I think it was $50 or something like that. I bought it off of them for this 30-something inch light bar. It's got the flood beams and the spot beams in the center and here, and these are floods. Here, and then these are the 3-inch, y'all may, or 4-inch, I can't remember what they are, little lights that I got before. I ordered those again. Those are really good. These are the flood ones. They have a spot beam one and a flood one, and I think they have flood and spot together. I just got flood because what we're using it for, just light up the bed. That's what I want. Some of the ones I got, I think, to go on some of the trucks were spot beams. But some of them were flood. But I got flood because I don't really need spot beam. I just need flood to light up this bed. If I can just light this bed up, I'll be good. We got that to go up there. I'm going to mount those up top like I did the yellow truck. And then the black bar, we're going to mount up here. We're actually going to have some dang light when we go to the pastures at night. If there's a fence tore up, we can see. I'm going to mount it right across the front right here and bolt it in right there. So that's going to work out for that. And then the side markers, these are not Auxbeam. I found these on Amazon. Auxbeam had these, but I couldn't get them off Amazon. I get free shipping through Amazon. So they didn't have their version on Amazon, so I ordered them from another company that has them on Amazon. So I don't know how these are going to work out. We'll just have to see. But I do know the Auxbeam stuff is good. I got these little side marker lights. They're LEDs. I got red and yellow. I'm going to put it. This bed has a spot right here. It's actually supposed to have the bigger light, but I'm just going to put the little one. They're LEDs. They'll light up good enough. And then the other one goes right here. I got to put it in. And then back here, these are also not Auxbeam. I got these. They're from China. I don't know how good they'll last, but they had really good reviews on them. These are 16 LED stop lights. Then they have LED backup lights, which are really nice right here, which I kind of wanted. And then it also has LED tag lights underneath, which is a nice touch. Now these brackets, I had these from a non-LED light that's like that. We pulled them off the back of them, the same bolt-up style light. The wiring harness is the wiring harness off of the dually bed. I went down there and I pulled the wiring harness off, and I'm wiring it up. I've also got to put trailer lights on this thing, a brake control, and I've got to go down there and get the plug off of that other hitch that we pulled out from underneath this truck, and the plug out of it to plug back into this one. So I've got to do that too. But if I can just get tail lights put on today and side markers, and then maybe get one or two of the LED lights put on, I'll be happy, because I need to get this truck on the road. And that's basically what's stopping us from getting on the road. I've got this week's getting hectic. It's getting cold. We're getting down into the 20s. They've talked we might be in the teens. So I've got a lot of people calling hay, and I need this truck for hay deliveries to get in some of these tighter places that I necessarily can't get in and out of easily with the bigger trucks, like the International or the 70 Chevy. So I'd kind of like to get this thing going, and then we're going to need it for feeding cows too. We do have the other ones, but I don't tend to like them. That's what this truck was bought for. I'm wanting to get this thing on the road and done. So we're going to try to knock this out today. I've done talked for 7 minutes and 34 seconds. Just talking about what we got going on. I've also got to get some mud flaps going on this thing. I ain't done that yet, because these here ain't the best looking things in the world. But if I can just get these dang lights on so we can get this thing on the road, we'll be doing good. So let's get started. Alright, I finally figured these tail lights out. I've been having the awfulest issue trying to get these tail lights to work. Everything worked about them. Running lights, brake lights, backup lights, everything has worked, except it would not blink. I mean, it would just hold a light. It wouldn't blink, it wouldn't do nothing. I have been going crazy over this thing trying to figure out, and you could touch the running lights and the blinker and brake light wires together, and it would blink. And I could not figure out for the life of me what was going on with this truck. It wasn't blinking fast or anything. It would just stay glowing. So I finally went doing some research, and I found out that with LEDs, they don't use enough electricity to make the blinkers work properly. Typically, they blink really fast, which I've heard of that before, but they weren't even blinking. So I checked the truck, I checked everything, and I could take and wire in the sockets with the bulbs in them from the old lights, and then it would blink, even with the LEDs still hooked up. But to actually get it to blink with just the LED light hooked up, it wouldn't work. So I finally thought, well, maybe this truck, instead of blinking fast, it's an older truck, it's 95, 96, maybe it just holds and doesn't blink whenever there's a bulb out. So what I did is I went down to the parts store. You can either buy a relay that's meant for LED lights and put it in the fuse box, or tip them, whatever you want to call it, in the truck, and replace the existing blinker relay, and they'll work, which they did not have the relay I needed for this truck. Or you can buy resistors for the LED lights, which I have here. I got 2 of them, and now they blink. I finally got the dang thing to work. I mean, it's just been absolutely just a pain in the rear, and something that should have been easy has turned into a day's task just trying to get these stupid things to work. All because the LEDs weren't using enough power to make the blinkers function properly. So now they're fixed and now they're working. So I'm gonna finish soldering these up, but I just kind of want to share that with y'all. Alright, I got my tail lights and my running lights on. Now I'm mounting up these Auxbeam lights onto this bed on the back, and then we got to do the light bar on the front and then wire them. We'll be good to go. You leaving me? If you want to get rid of Dad, turn the camera on. Leave in a hurry. He's about like a rep czar at the trade shows. They run when they see a camera. Dang, he took Dixie with him. Stole my buddy. That way y'all can see what I'm doing a little better. He stole my little buddy. My pup. These are the, I think they're 4-inch floods, is what I said they was. Flood lights. I just want them to light the bed up at night, so when hauling hay in the summertime or hooking up to trailer or something I can see. And I really like the ones that I put on the other trucks or loading equipment, like the other night when I was loading the tractor from drilling seed. They really help. Of course, these are floods. I think the ones that's on that truck are flood and spot, so these probably won't carry as far, but they'll light up more closer. On this truck is perfect because it's kind of what I want. There. We had 2 of these. Dad Papa thinks we're going to knock them off. But I had knocked none of the other ones off the other trucks, so I would think that they should be fine. But I typically drive those trucks. So we'll see how long they last. Who knows? But they're definitely a huge improvement having them. Flip this top down. I don't need this thing up. I'm probably gonna step off in that dang hole if I leave it up. Alright, now we gotta mount the light bar, and then I'm gonna start wiring everything. Alright, I hope y'all can see good. This light bar has 3 mounts that comes with it, but I only mounted 2 on the dump truck when I mounted it on it, and that's what I'm going to do with this one too. With this mount too on it as well, because this one already has drilled out hole for a light bar on this bumper, so I'm try to just use the pre-existing holes instead of drilling out new stuff the best I can. Get it centered. This is a 30-inch flood and spot light bar. I wish that really a good place to put y'all, unfortunately. I wish that I had the code and everything through Auxbeam to get y'all a discount on these like the last time, but I'm not working with them now, so I ain't got it. Hey, come here, you can hold the camera. That way you ain't gotta worry about being on it, and they can see what I'm doing. wires and everything. Whole deal. I don't have to drill nothing.
That's good. That's that Auxbeam.
Yeah.
Now, why is this so much cheaper than those they sell at Tractor Supply?
I don't know. Highway robbery.
Seems to be a better light. Tell you.
They probably are better lights. I know they work good and they're lasting.
That one you put on my Polaris works good.
I got you for Christmas.
Yeah.
Dang it, get in the hole.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. There you go. Now I gotta hook up the wires. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm working on this wiring harness that I've got. So I ordered a wiring harness because the last time I did this I realized it was a lot easier with the wiring harness. But I actually ordered one that was like the one I got to go on my dad's Ranger. And I didn't realize this till just now. It has a wire that will go to this light, and then it also has another hookup in the same harness that can go to the back lights. And I can put everything on one switch, one relay, one fuse, everything. And this harness is big enough it should handle this without any trouble. So what I've had to do is all you have to do when you buy one of these harnesses is hook it up to power. Now you can either do keyed power, which is when you turn the ignition on, it'll put power to it, or you can hook it straight to the battery. The thing is though, with these switches that come, they're illuminated. So unless you have it hooked directly to key power, the switches will stay illuminated all the time. So what I always do is, if I don't feel like trying to locate a power wire that's heavy enough to carry all that voltage and whatnot, I just unplug the little connectors right here. Hope y'all can see that. That's right there, undone. So that way it won't illuminate, but then I can flip it on. It'll still light up when you turn it on. See, I got hooked up. And you can still see the switch just like that, but when it's off it won't be lit up. So that's what I've done to solve that problem. I'm just going to hook it straight in the battery to make it easier, and then you just poke the wires through and plug the switch in. I've got to figure out a place though to mount this switch. May make me a little plate or something to screw in at the bottom, because I really don't want to cut into the dash to put that switch in. So I may make me a little switch holder to mount down there in front of the four-wheel drive to put these light switches on. So that's what I basically got this thing done. Then I got to tighten up the bolts, but it's wired in here. I've already hooked the connectors up. I put plugs on this one, shrink wrapped them around it so water can't get to them, and then the next wire I'm running down, and I got to run it back, and we'll have it hooked. All right, here's the truck done. We've been using it for a few days. I'm gonna throw some clips in of the lights on right after I got done with it the other night. I wanted to come back in the daytime and show the truck and just show how exactly it looked since we got all the lights put on. As the some 30-inch, 32-inch light bar. And there's the LEDs where you can see them during the daytime. Rear lights, tag mount, and then I got my little lights up here to light the bed. Have not got the toolboxes yet. They're looking like they're going to be about $220 a piece, and I'm not excited about it. We're going to be waiting a little while. I'm going to see if I can't find some a little cheaper than Tractor Supply, or come up on some used ones that's been took off or something, maybe repaint them or fix some sheet metal or something on them if I have to for it. I just really don't want to give $220 for a toolbox. Seems a little absurd. I can buy a whole shop toolbox, a roll cart, for less than that at Harbor Freight. So I'm gonna do some shopping around and see what I can get. Now, granted, Harbor Freight is generally cheaper, but I think it's ridiculous that you can only buy one little plain square box with a flip-up door for $225 on his truck. But I can buy that whole blue roll cart I got there at the shop. It's got multiple drawers, flip-up top, wheels, casters, steel, everything. Got more steel in it than that does, and way nicer for less than that thing costs. So it's just ridiculous. So, but here it is. This is the passenger side. Walk around here and show you the driver's side since we got the seat done and in. How good it looks. There's the seat. I'm going to be putting seat covers over both of these, and then we're getting a cover to go over this to protect them. Again, this is not the go-to-town truck. This is a work truck. It don't look the best in the world on the inside, but it is what it is. But it looks pretty good on the outside. The black paint, though, is in bad shape. It needs some wax. But Ram 3500 96 Dodge V10. She's ready to go. 410 running gears, just like our other truck, which is good. And the 5-speed trucks that they have, because they are geared a little high, just in the regular transmission. Got the ball in. Up there's underneath the flip plate. Yeah, I think you might be able to see it right up in there. I got to put the trailer hitch wires on, a plug for a trailer, and put a brake control in it. And then we're going to put mud flaps on too. I ain't got that done, but that's it. Alright, I don't know how good a footage I'm going to get off of this because my GoPro died. This is on my phone. But here it is. We got LEDs on the sides, corners, the back tail lights, tags lit up. All the way around. There's the front headlights, just the headlights. They're just regular standard headlights. All the lights are working. Completely new wiring, everything on this bed. Didn't have anything. Now, this is standard light. This is Auxbeam lights. There's the 32-inch LED light bar. As you can see, I don't know if probably it's pretty dead. Oh God. But that's the difference. We got light now. Now, coming back here, here's the 4-inch floodlights. Lighting everything up. Obviously there's nothing there when they're not on because it doesn't have any. It does have LED backup lights though on the tail lights that are pretty dang good. Can't even really see anything. But, and again, here they are off. So, huge difference. I wanted that so that way when cows get out at night, I can pull this truck up to the fence, turn the lights on even if it's far distance and have some light. But the backup lights do all right. Let me turn it off, and I'll put it in reverse. That way we can see. what the backup lights will do. So here's the backup lights. I mean, they ain't bad, but they ain't great either. But there they are. They're pretty good. They're better than the usual backup lights, but still not that great compared to, there's with backup lights. Oh, here's with Auxbeam lights. So huge difference. I might need to adjust them down just a tad more to get to bed. Does this see it spit snow? Well, it surprised me as cold as it is. But that's it. She's on the road. We've been delivering a lot of hay with it, feeding the cows too. She gets in and out really good. I'm really excited about this thing. Me and Dad have been wanting a truck like this for I don't know how long to feed cows with, just because we can put 4 rolls on, and it's a 4-wheel drive. We've had 1-ton dump trucks in the past with 12-foot beds, but they've always been 2-wheel drives. And you cannot get in and out around here where we're at in a 2-wheel drive truck during the winter. It just don't work. We've tried it. We had 2 of them. We had a Chevy and a Ford. The Ford give trouble all the time. The Chevy was a pretty good truck, but it would go pretty good for 2-wheel drive, but both of them weren't bad trucks. Y'all, I don't know if we had the Ford when I started YouTube. I don't remember or not, but we got rid of it. I'm not bashing Ford. We've had several of all brands, and I will be the first to tell you every single one of them breaks. We've had every kind of brand there is: Toyotas, Nissans, Dodge, Chevy, Ford. Don't matter what you buy, they all give trouble. Mazda, had Mazdas, which ain't nothing but a Ford. Ranger. Had a little bit of everything. And every one of them's broke. Everyone give trouble. I don't want to hear crap about, oh, well, this one's better than this. No. They all break. They all break about the same. We've had every one. I do prefer the Dodges for the 1-tons. I just like the way they pull. They pull, to me, a little better than the Chevy and the Fords do. Sorry for the Ford and Chevy fans, but I'm sorry, but they do. And the pickup, regular 1500 pickup, to feed cows and do stuff like that, Chevy's probably got the best of getting in and out. They will get stuck less than a Ford will. Fords are pretty good in about a 4500, 5500 chassis. They're pretty good then. I like those and those. The 1-tons, I like the Dodges. I like the 4500, 5500 Dodges too. They're pretty good. Fords and Dodges seem to have a stiffer chassis, is one thing, than a Chevy does. A Chevy will have more of a flexible chassis under it, and they'll tend to get in and out better. That's one thing a Chevy does do. And then the Dodges and Fords tend to be a little stiffer. That's kind of why I like them more for the pulling trucks. Not that Chevy's bad. We've had Chevy too, and they did okay. They all break. Every one of them breaks. I ain't seen one that hadn't broke that we've had. We'll break them all. Even the International big truck, it breaks too. Believe me. I gotta go pick up a load of hay, haul back here. Already got one load in from chicken houses to sell. So I'll see y'all next time. Hope y'all enjoyed the clips I've put in here for the lights to show you what they look like. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.